Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video. And in this video, the first live action Little Mermaid Ariel dolls have been found IRL, so stay tuned and let's get into it. So the first person who found these was at volunteerbuffy on Instagram, and they live in Canada. So they found these Ariel dolls in a Canadian Target store. So it's like it's an equivalent to a Target in Canada. Basically, it has like a Z. It's called Z Loft or something. I forgot it, but she explains it in her videos on her profile, so go check it out if you want to hear more of her story. She also explained how there was also the other Playline Ariel doll that was a little more expensive, and it's the transforming Ariel where her tail becomes her dress, and we've seen that leak before. I covered that in my other video, but she couldn't get that one because it's too expensive. So instead she got the two, Land Ariel and the Mermaid Ariel for her daughter, who really wanted them badly. The thing is that the release date is not until like late April. And so when they wanted to purchase the dolls, the payment wasn't going through, the scanning of the barcode, it wasn't in the system because obviously they weren't supposed to be in the system yet until April, but because, someone put them on the shelves by mistake, and the daughter had started, crying and got upset because she really wanted those dolls badly. And so they allowed them to purchase them anyways. And so they got their hands early on these dolls, which is amazing. So I mean, I guess if you're in Canada, that means that you might be able to get them early at that, again, Target Canadian equivalent store. I'm not sure. It's like a Z Loft or something. Not sure, but she explains it very well on her profile. Again, link down below. But the dolls actually look amazing, and the quality is like, what? I mean, it's budget. Like, there's no articulation, and we have seen that there's gonna be more articulation for like the Mermaid doll. There's like a ankle articulation. No, I mean a knee joint articulation with the Mermaid. So there's gonna be more Mermaid doll versions with more articulation, hopefully also with the Land Ariel dolls. The second person who then found the dolls was at Girlies and Ghouls on Instagram. These pictures are taken from their story / posts. So for them, I'm not sure where they got the dolls from. I don't know if they're Canadian. I don't know if they had a similar situation to, at volunteerbuffy with getting them early in a store. I think they might have ordered them from a website. I'm not sure. But, they got their hands on this live action on Land Ariel early. And so here are the pictures. The packaging is very simple, by the way. It's like a simple cardboard backing and then just like simple window. It's very simple, very basic, what you would expect for like Playline budget dolls. But the thing here is that once they had opened the doll, they then gave her a made-to-move body, which is way more articulated with posing, so it looks way better. But the skin tone isn't like a 100% match for me. I didn't really notice a difference, but like if you look closely, yeah, it's a little bit different. But definitely, if you are going to get this doll for the face, here's an example of how she would look like on a made-to-move body. And also, they added the little headband in pink, which I definitely feel like they should have added that with the doll in the first place. Like, it's just part of the look. But I guess they wanted to keep the price really cheap, so okay, whatever. I do hope we get like a pricier Ariel doll in this dress with more details, like with the headband, the boots, because here she is wearing sandals, which is confusing because like the Funko Pop, for instance, is wearing boots, and I do believe that some other dolls will have the boots as well. Again, these are just the first of the two versions of Ariel in their Playline budget versions. So we're gonna get many more for sure. This is just the first one. The dress looks very simple. I like the fabric and how it looks, like the ruffles or like the texture on the skirt. I do believe it's all one piece, of course, but I appreciate that they've added like the sleeves in a different fabric, and then like the ruffles on the top. Like, it's not like just the plain piece of cloth. Like, there's definitely details here that are really appreciated. Next up, it was at Borderline to share their pictures of the budget dolls of Ariel. Once again, I'm not sure if they live in Canada, if they ordered these early from like a website, AliExpress. I don't know, girl. Like, people find ways. It's crazy. So, but it could have just been like dumb luck and they just got them early. I don't know. But once again, the packaging is the same. And I did forget to mention the face up seems to be maybe a little bit pixelated, like a tad bit pixelated. So that sucks, but I do think you'll only be able to notice that if you really look closely, because I think from far away, like, she looks normal. But it does suck that I think for most of these Ariel dolls, the face might be pixelated. But here she is out of the box holding the, dingle hopper or whatever, the fork. Looks amazing with the headband once again. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are going to add a pink headband afterwards here for this doll anyways. So I just, like, why didn't they include that to begin with? So it's weird. But they do have a full-length review on their YouTube channel, which I will leave a link for down below if you want to watch the full in-depth review. And here's also a picture of all the live action girlies, all the dolls of the actresses as their characters over the years. They look amazing. I wish maybe Jasmine had gotten Mattel dolls, and Mulan as well, because the other dolls are all made by Mattel as well, with Sleeping Beauty, Maleficent, and then also Beauty and the Beast, Belle, and yeah, the infamous Belle doll. Most recent person to get these dolls has been at They Call Me Obsessed, and once again the 2 budget versions of Ariel, and here are some better looks of her face. And again, like the pixelation, I do feel like there's a little bit of pixelation, but the top looks amazing, the molded on tail. And also pretty shocking that these dolls are pretty, like the Land Ariel doll, she's really petite. Like, she's so small compared to like Mattel Cinderella. Even the head is smaller. It's kind of crazy. And then also the hair is only half braided. Like, there's only a couple of portions in her hair that are actually braided, and then there's only a couple of portions that are actually just loose hair. But I mean, to be fair, that's kind of like accurate to the movie, because so far from the trailer, her hair in the movie does seem to be like only braided in some sections. So I guess it's accurate. It's not because they were trying to be cheap, it's because it's actually accurate. But they could have added some more braids. I do feel like that adds more to her hair, especially because the braids that are rooted in are only in the middle part, so you can really tell like that's kind of like where they drew the line of like cutting costs. And then we also have Ariel here in a pink dress. Is this what it's gonna look like? I don't know. I think this dress is probably like custom, or like it's not actually Ariel's like proper dress like that she's gonna be wearing in the movie, but it does give us an idea and an example of like what she should be wearing. I hope she wears a pink dress like this, especially because the pink is so light. It's not like a hot pink. I love that. I think the shade of pink is perfect. The ruffles, the structure, the design, also the high ponytail. I'm actually like not like, I feel like that works for her. I feel like if she had a ponytail in a movie, that would work so well. And so far we haven't seen any kind of ideas, designs, or first looks or teasers at what her pink dress will look like in the movie. I hope she has a pink dress on in the movie. If she doesn't, I will be outraged, and I feel like a lot of people will be, but I'm sure she will, because that's her signature look. So it's just a question of like, what will it look like? Will it look like this? I hope it does. This looks, again, amazing. If it is a custom dress, it's a really well done pink Ariel dress. And maybe I really hope we get to see it soon. I don't want to wait until the movie actually to see it, because again, I just hope they, I guess, transform it well enough to live action, like the translation isn't lost in like what it looks like. I hope it looks fine, because the live action dresses so far, like for Belle and for Cinderella, For Cinderella, it was amazing, and then for Belle, it was a little bit different. So I hope they just find a good balance between, you know, adapting it and staying true, but also adding a little bit of nuances and you know, just newer trends, I guess, to her dress. It just looks amazing. So I cannot wait to see what she will actually look like in her ball gown, you know, signature pink dress. And I do believe we will get a doll with her pink dress on, and not just like a limited edition. I think we will get like playline Ariel dolls in this pink dress. It's gonna happen. I mean, again, that's her signature look. They would be foolish to not do that. So, and we do have a listing for a limited edition live action Ariel doll here, thanks to at Girlies and Ghouls on their story. And it's gonna be her mermaid version with a lot of beads, iridescent tail, maybe some sequins. It's happening, and I hope she looks amazing. But that was the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't already, so don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way daily and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time, stay peachy. Kisses.